This story from Engadget is the perfect example of Elon, the computer guy, just fundamentally not understanding what the hell is going on in 2026. So Elon Musk, whether you love him or hate him for many different reasons, one of the things that he seems to have been arguing for many years is that he is worried about the destruction of the human race, whether it is through artificial intelligence or whether it's through greenhouse gases. The whole question about if humanity is a single planet species, what happens if this planet is no longer sustainable? And that's why he's been positing the idea of migrating to Mars and that type of thing. And here's the deal, right? You may agree with that or you may disagree with it, but that's one of the big things Elon Musk has been pushing, right? With the electric cars, with Tesla, the whole idea of we need to protect humanity, and there's a big concern about what's going to happen with the planet. And so here we have from Engadget, Elon Musk bought a gas turbine company. It's likely to become a direct power source for SpaceX AI's data centers. So yeah, right. So we've heard about this before in Memphis. So in Memphis is one of XAI's data centers. Oh, they're using gas turbines there. So they were given permission to build the data center in Memphis. The thing is that there's not enough electricity for the data center in Memphis. So they put in quote unquote temporary gas electricity turbines. I do believe it was 27 to begin with. I think it's now 54. There's like 54 of them somewhere. Anyways, the thing is these things pump out a hell of a lot of pollution. And the concept is that they're supposed to be temporary. They get around the EPA's Clean Air Act rules because it's for temporary situations. Imagine if there is a natural disaster, right? There's a natural disaster, or you have a biblical flood in the area, and you need to keep power on at the hospital. Like you're willing to deal with a little bit more air pollution, right? Let's say you're going to build a facility, the normal power plant isn't going to be online right in time. Okay, you get a waiver because yes, it will put out some more crap into the air, but it's not supposed to be for that long a period of time. The interesting thing, though, is with Elon Musk's data centers, he seems to be putting in more and more of these gas turbines, and they're just going to be there as long as they're going to be there. Like the interesting thing right now is like with the Trump administration, so the Memphis community is trying to sue XAI, whatever. They're trying to sue whatever the hell Elon Musk's entity is because, again, they're saying that the EPA improperly implemented these clean air rules, right, by giving him the waiver. So they're trying to sue XAI. And the interesting thing is that the Trump administration has come in and said from a national security ground that the local community should not have standing to be able to sue, the data center for those gas turbines. Basically the idea of, don't you understand, we're in a war with Iran and we need the power of grok to defeat the IRGC. I mean, it's an argument, I suppose. And so, that's what's going on right now, right? Elon Musk is directly poisoning poor people in Memphis and being supported by the government of the United States because the most dangerous thing to the American people is not the actual pollution going on, but this weird-ass war going on somewhere. I mean, do they need grok for Iran or for Cuba? Or for Greenland? What exactly are they using grok for? But the curious thing about this is that this is being pushed by Elon Musk, right? The guy who pushed Tesla to become a $1 trillion company. The guy who bought Solar City. So Solar City, right? The solar panels that were supposed to be on everybody's roofs, right? The guy who's pushing electricity, right? Electricity storage for the solar power, the renewable energy grid, right? That guy is now fully just poisoning the crap out of poor communities, because I guess that's the cool thing to do in 2026. He doesn't want to be seen as woke. Powering data centers off of solar panels, that is woke. And Elon Musk is not going to be infected by the woke mind virus. I mean, if he's got to poison the shit out of disadvantaged poor people in order to prove his Trump credentials, then I guess a couple of disadvantaged poor people gotta die horrible deaths. And so anyways, now what has happened, right? So they've been using these gas generators, these natural gas generators, in order to power the AI data centers. And look, and that's what it is. That is what it is, right? And the Musk stands will come out of the woodwork, and they'll say, "Well, Eli, but this is a temporary permit from the EPA. He's only using X, Y, or Z number of these gas turbines. You're blowing this out of proportion." Yeah, but now he bought a gas turbine company. He literally bought a company to build more gas turbines. And we all know when Elon Musk does things, he does it on the tera scale, right? The giga scale, as Elon Musk himself said on the Dorkish podcast, giga is last decade's scale. Everything is tera scale. So yeah, let's tera scale those gas turbines to power AI data centers. That is definitely going to make all of humanity so much more excited about AI data centers. So when you get AI data centers are going to take your job, and they're going to be more dangerous than nuclear weapons, and they're going to take all of your water, and they're going to increase your electricity bills, and they're going to poison the air. Yeah, I have no idea why Americans are pushing back from this garbage. They're like, "Wah." So if you all are successful, I starve to death, right? So if you fail, then I'm going to be poor and have lung disease. And if you're successful, I'm going to be homeless and starve to death. I'm sorry. Why should we be supporting this mess? I just do not get it. Elon Musk acquired APR Energy earlier this year, adding a new business to his portfolio, fossil fuels. APR produces mobile gas and diesel turbines that can be mounted on trailers. The move happened quietly in May with no public announcement or declarations from Musk or APR itself. Electric only picked up on the filing yesterday, and it estimates the purchase value at about $1 billion. So we paid $1 billion for a gas and diesel turbine company. The most likely application for this purchase will be powering AI data centers. APR's mobile fleet is similar to the turbines Musk XAI was sued for, using a data center in South Haven, Mississippi, on charges of violating the Clean Air Act. Since that suit was filed, the number of mobile turbines at the data center has increased significantly. The Department of Justice is attempting to have the suit dismissed so that the U.S. military can keep using XAI's grok for its operations. So, yeah, this is what's coming out of Elon Musk. And again, this is the kind of weird thing, like with Elon Musk and SpaceX and all that kind of stuff. Because you're sitting there and you're thinking about, like, what is the market differentiator for XAI? Right? You think there's all of this artificial intelligence out there right now. Everybody, like literally, fucking everybody's doing AI. I think my grandma, who died 20 years ago, is probably spinning up an AI startup company right now. Like, to say that there are way too many AI companies is such an understatement at this point. But anyways, one of the interesting things with this is the whole question of, like, what is the differentiator for these different AI companies, right? You think about Google. Google has integrated their AI into all of their products. So whether you use Gmail, whether you use YouTube, whether you use just Google, you're getting AI. That's their market differentiator. Apple is trying to integrate AI directly into their hardware and the other products they have on their systems. That's Apple's differentiator, right? Microsoft now has their own models, right? So if you're on the Azure stack, why don't you simply use Microsoft's models so it's all within the one Microsoft stack? We have Anthropic, right? They're pushing the idea of basically for coding and for workflows and that type of thing. You have OpenAI doing whatever the hell OpenAI is doing. And so one of the interesting things with XAI is basically the big question is who the hell should, why care about this particular company? And the weird part is with this is that they're trying to launch these data centers into orbit. And so that's just, as I've talked about before, that's one rack, right? To understand, when they talk about a data center in orbit, it's one rack. It's like, what is it, 120 kilowatts, 150 kilowatts? That comes out to one rack of computers. Even if you optimize, even if you make it more efficient, even if you whatever, maybe you get the equivalent of 2 racks of servers on one satellite into space. That seems a bit dumb. But think about this, right? You have Elon Musk. He is already an expert in solar energy. He's already an expert in battery backup solutions. He's already an expert in a lot of this engineering stuff. Why not have xAI's data centers be run 100% off of renewable energy? Why should you buy xAI versus OpenAI? Because when you purchase xAI, literally it's carbon negative, right? They produce so much energy, literally it's carbon negative, where if you purchase OpenAI, they are just crapping on Mother Nature, right? That would be an argument there. That would be a thing to go for. But again, it's 2026. And apparently, if Musk made his data centers, powered off of renewable energies here on planet Earth, that would be part of the woke mind virus. So what he's doing is he's paid $1 billion from mobile turbines, which appears to be going in order to energize his AI data centers, which, yeah, sure, I don't know. I guess that forces us to get to Mars. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe Musk has been sitting here and he's like, I have been screaming for the past 20 years that we need to be a multi-planetary species, and nobody's listening to me because the world isn't bad enough. So maybe he's like, hey, let's blitz scale AI using mobile generators, and maybe that will destroy everybody's work and everybody's prospects. It'll pollute the ever-loving crap out of the planet, and then when Earth becomes an unsurvivable cesspit, then humanity will understand the value of moving to Mars. Because apparently that's how the non-woke folks, that's how they think about the world. So what do you think about this? I mean, this is just funny. No matter how you feel about Elon Musk, no matter how you feel about SpaceX's current valuation, $132 a share. I just took a look at it. Anyways, whatever you feel about SpaceX's valuation or Tesla's valuation, whether or not you think Elon Musk is smart or you think is dumb. I mean, when you look at this, when you look at Elon Musk powering AI data centers using damn near the most polluting way possible, literally in areas with populations that are suffering an effect because of this garbage. I mean, do you look at this and go, what is going on with 2026? The guy that again is running a company that does solar panels and battery backups is now doing gas turbines, diesel turbines. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine living in a community when he trucks in a couple of dozen diesel turbines? Oh Lordy. But don't worry, folks, don't worry. The important thing to understand is anybody who is pushing back against AI data centers in the United States, they are simply Chinese shills. They are traitors that are under the sway of the Chinese Communist Party. No red-blooded American would look at this amazing advancement and have anything against it. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? We have to kill the poor black people now so that... Why do we have to kill the poor black people? Why do we have to give the poor black people lung cancer? How is giving poor black people lung cancer a priority for national security? Anyways, I don't know. Put your thoughts down below. If you like these episodes, remember they're on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. The link is down below. If you want to follow me on LinkedIn, there's a link down there too. With that, see y'all later.